Okay, hello, welcome to another little tutorial. This one's going to be a bit more of a kind of serious glitch. I'm going to try and really kind of mess up the image a lot. So I'm going to try a few different techniques. The first is what I'm going to try is sort of stretching a pixels. So I've got my image here. I'm clicked onto the background layer, and what I want to do is first is add some space to my canvas, both at the top and the bottom. So I'm going to go canvas size. I'm going to change the height. I want to add a bit more height top and bottom. So to do that, I'll have the ball here into the middle. So when I change the height, it will add it to both the top and the bottom equally. So if I change that up to there, you'll notice that I get some space at the top and some space at the bottom. First of all, I'm going to section off my work a little bit. I'm going to take the part of the mouth down. So I'm selecting that, making sure I'm still on that layer, pulling that down, and then I'm going to do the same but across the eyes. So I will do from the top of the picture down to where I want to stretch. So I'll do it just so I get a little bit of the eye in there, and then again click on the arrow, and I'm just going to move that up to the top. Just going to make sure I'm all the way in, and then once I've done that, I can go Control D for deselect, or alternatively you can go to select and go to deselect there. And then this is where I'm going to start doing a kind of pixel stretch. So I'll zoom in. I'll start with the mouth first, and then I'll do the eyes. So I'm going to go to the corner here, and what I want to do is I'm going to select 1 pixel's worth all the way across. So I'm going to zoom right in until you can start seeing the squares. So we can start seeing this grid here now, and that's our pixels. So I will, that's 2 words, so let's zoom in a little bit more and just get 1 row of pixels selected. So that's 2. I'll try again, try once more. There we go, it's better. Okay, so then I'm going to work my way across the screen. It'll take a little while just to go through, but that's just selecting 1 row of pixels. Once I've got this selection, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stretch it down, and what that does is it repeats the information in each of the rows, in each row, and it repeats it down the page, and I'll stretch it down so it meets the other part of the mouth. So about halfway across the page now. That's the other side of the lip. And there we go, right. So I've got that 1 row selected. I'm going to zoom out while I've still got that selection. And just scroll down just so I can see it a bit better. Click on the background layer, so I'm editing that. Come up to here and go to free transform, or alternatively I could hold Alt, Control and T. You'll notice the little box appear. I'm going to hover my cursor over the top of that until I get the little arrows. They should appear. I'll just zoom in a little bit to help it. There we go. And I'm just going to pull that down all the way to meet the other part of the mouth. Try not to leave a gap. And then hit enter and Control D for deselect. So that has stretched those pixels all the way down to the other part. I'll do exactly the same thing up at the top. I'm going to highlight, I'm going to select just the first row of pixels along this section here. So I'll zoom back in so I can see the boxes. Click and select and work my way across again. That's one eye gone across there. Bridge of the nose there. And then that's the other eye there. All the way to the end of the page. And I'm going to do exactly the same as what I did before. So zoom back out. So I'm using Control plus and minus. So minus to zoom out. Zoom back in slightly. Still on that layer, which is good. Go to here, go to free transform. So that box appears again. Hover my cursor over. So I get my little arrows. There we go. And then pull that up to meet the other part of the layer and hit enter. Control D for deselect. So there I have quite a strange looking kind of stretched face. My next step, I want to create a few different layers now. So I'm going to copy this, I'm going to duplicate this. So I'll go to duplicate layer a couple of times. So I get a few different copies of that. What I want to start doing now is start kind of glitching up a little bit further. So if I double click onto here, you can change the name. So you can change your name if you want to keep it a bit more organized. I'm all right with just 3 layers at the moment. So I'm going to double click to the side of that. And this is where you can change your channels. So as you start taking a channel off, so I'm going to take the red one off of this one and I press OK. Now if I move that along, you'll notice a change. So you can start seeing there's this sort of red and green effect. I'm going to go back into that, and if I take off the green, so I just have the blue channel, you then have this sort of yellow and blue effect. I'm going to just hide that layer for now. I'm going to do the same but slightly different on here, double click, and I'm going to leave just the green layer. And I'm going to again move this around a bit. So I'll move it up. So far we've only got 2 layers there. You've got this background layer that's just the stretched image, and then you've got this one above that I've changed the channels so you can only see the green. I'm going to go back and bring this one back in. You can start seeing it's getting a little bit more colourful, a little bit more messy, a little bit more fun. I'll double click on here. So far we've got blue selected there. On this layer, copy 2, we've got green selected. And on background, I'm just going to select just the red. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to move that again, just so it's away from the others. And this one. So you can start seeing there's lots of different things going on there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate that layer again. And I'll try a different tact there. So I'm trying 2 of the channels at once. Now that's still, you can still kind of see through it, but what I want to be able to do is isolate some of these colors. So if I lay it back on top in exactly the same place as the other one, it shows as full. But if I move it, you can then see things. So I'm going to then play with my opacity a little bit. So how see-through this layer is. So if I go to opacity and drop that down, you'll notice that some of the other colors start kind of appearing through. So I'm quite happy with that. The only thing I'm not really happy with is the fact that we can see this edge now here. So all I will do, and same on the other side, all I'm going to do is just crop the image slightly. So I'm cropping an area which fits with all of the other layers that are going on there. So I'll crop that down to about there and hit enter. Now I want to mess this up even further really. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start taking bits away. So that will, if I took something away from a line away from this top layer, it will reveal more of what's underneath. So I'm just going to select a bit that kind of goes across the eye here. I'm on this layer, I'm just going to press delete on the keyboard. You can start seeing then the bars. You're kind of creating bars of different colors going across. I'm just going to work my way through. There's no real science behind it. There's no real sort of thought. It's just having a go and just seeing what works. I'm going to change the width of my bars. I'm going to change the length of the bars as well. Do a couple of the same thing on the same layer and see what happens. So I'm also going to go across, but I'm also going to go up and down as well, just to give it a bit of a change. I might take out the larger section out of there. And break that up with a smaller bit, taking something out from a different layer. So you get another different colour. So you can start seeing these different kind of colours appear. Take a strip all the way down, see what happens. There might be a point where I accidentally take too much away and we see the background. But for now, I'm just going to have a bit of a play. Get rid of a bit of that. Here I'm just trying to follow along, so I've done one, two, and then this is my third stretch, and all I'm moving is just going down between each of these layers. And deselect to just have a look at that. So it's reasonably kind of glitchy, it's working pretty well. I will continue and just add in a few more things. What you could then do is also start to add in other effects. So if you wanted to, you could add in some noise or some speckle and dust, things like that. So adding in some noise there, you can start seeing it's kind of a bit grainy, and you can change how much that is. I'm only doing that to the top layer, so you can then start seeing underneath where I've cut away, you can't see that grain. So I'm not gonna do that at the moment. What you could do is you could be more subtle with it, and you could do it just on one layer. So if I go back into that noise, add noise, so you can still see it reasonably well through there. If I've not confirmed that, so you can see how much, and then you can change things like the amount. So that becomes that. Change it so it's a bit more random. Or alternatively have another go with some of the other distort things. So maybe I'll include a little bit of ripple in there. Now that's obviously all the way up, but you can make changes to that so it's very slight. So I'm reasonably happy with that. I could go a lot further if I wanted to. If you wanted to, you could take it even further, which I will do. So I could save that. I'm going to save that as JPEGs and outcome at the moment, and then we'll go a little bit further. So you can see all the different layers and different colors going on in there when I go to the save. What I'm going to do now is get a little bit more experimental, and I'm going to put all of these images so they're just one, so they're just one layer. So if I go, I've highlighted them all, right clicked away from where it says the name, and I can go to merge layers. So that's then one layer. So if I do anything to it, it's going to affect the whole thing. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to what I did with the stretching of the jaw and the eyes, but I'm going to go across. So I will go back into image, go to canvas size. This time I'm going to affect the width. So I'll add the width to just one side. So I want to just add it just to the right side. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to change that. I'll probably just move that up to 1000. So I'll add a bit more to the right hand side. Then I'll pick an area that I want to stretch again. So I'll probably pick it around here just to really kind of mess that bit up where we've got all the different colours. So again, I'm zooming right in, right to the point where I can see the pixels. And then I'm going to pick one row of pixels, this time going all the way down. I'm not, I've just decided what I need to do. I've missed a step, is I need to split my image first. So I will split it, so I will run a thing down there, but I'm going to go from the top. Let's zoom in a little bit, so a bit more control, and zoom in here, select the section of 1 first. I'm still on that layer, I'm picking the move tool, move it across, get into the plate, into position. Happy with that. Deselect, zoom back out again. Yep, happy there. Then I can select my my pixel row or pixel column in this case. So I will get my select tool again and just select one set of pixels. Might take a little bit longer going through this because I'm going from top to bottom, which is obviously a longer length than the width of the photo. So keep just running that all the way down. You'll see all the different colours appearing. And then all the way to the bottom. So that should be appearing pretty soon. And then once I'm there, I'm going to do exactly the same as I did. There we go. Exactly the same as I did for when I was stretching it up and down. So I'll zoom back out so I can see more of the image. Got that selected. Can't see that at the moment, but it is still there. And then I'm going to go to Edit, Free Transform, grab this bar again. So I might need to zoom in a little bit to help me grab that. And then stretch that across to meet again. And then press deselect. I'll zoom back out. Another good thing for zooming is if you hold Control and press 0, it zooms out so it fills just the page. So there we go. Started to really kind of mess up that section of the eye now. Reasonably happy with that. I could go on, could go even further if I wanted to do some other stretching again, either horizontally or vertically. But I'm reasonably happy with that as an outcome. So I'll save that as a JPEG. So export as JPEG. That'll again, we'll bring up the box there just to tell you about quality. That's fine. Press save. That will then download, and that's in my downloads folder. Thank you.